Hello YouTube! Today in the Naughty Librarian I'm doing the Now We Rise book tag. This was actually invented by Little Book Owl and I'm going to put a link to that original video down below. But I saw this video and I was like, yes, I need to do that tag because, hey, did you all know Children of Virtue and Vengeance is coming out on December 3rd? Freaking out about it. It is taking a very, very long time to get that book. And I really want to read it. So I kind of want to get reacquainted with the world because it's been so long that I feel like I've forgotten a lot about this world. So I want to do this little tag, kind of refresh my memory, get back into the spirit of Children of Blood and Bone. So let's see what's going on. Also, the questions are very long and I wrote them down on a piece of paper so I could answer them and like cross out stuff, but I don't want to memorize them. So I'm just going to read them to you. You guys will still like me. Number 1, the Iku Clan, Maji of Life and Death. What is a trope you'd love to see die and one you'd love to see live or flourish more often? Ooh, that's a tough question. I'm gonna say a trope I would like to see die perhaps would be the chosen one trope. We've seen it a lot, and it's like I kind of almost want it to be like, hey, maybe anyone could be the chosen person. It's more like, instead of like a destiny, it's more like a choice, I would assume. I don't know, I'm just kind of tired of chosen one stories, honestly. Something I'd like to see flourish more, forced proximity romances. I just kind of like it. It's just like, oh, we hate each other, but we keep getting forced into the same situations. I like that. Like, I just want to throw two people in a closet and yell, start mating, you know? Like, I want that. I like it. It's something I don't get a lot of and I want to see more of. I enjoy it thoroughly. Question 2. Emi Clan, Maji of Mind, Spirit, and Dreams. What do you immediately connect with when it comes to a book? I mean, for me personally, this isn't really much of a surprise. I'm going to connect with the main character development. I need to be endeared to the protagonist right away. That's just me. Like, within the first couple chapters of a book, I need to get a sense of the person we're following, or a sense of just what's this vibe going on with the characters here. Because, you know, there are certain books that have like multiple perspectives. Six of Crows has like 6 perspectives in it. However, in the first time we get each of those perspectives, or the first time we see all those characters, like, I get a sense of who they are. And there's a lot of books that like to develop the character throughout the length of the book. And yes, develop the character. Don't establish the character by the end of the book. The character needs to be established immediately. And that doesn't always happen, and it bothers me because I don't have anything to connect with to the story. And you can have amazing world building, but if I don't know who your characters are, I don't care about it. So I think just establishing the main character and the main characters is definitely the most important thing to me. Not developing them. Developing them too is important, but it's just like, you need to establish the character at the beginning, not the end of the book. So that's very important to me. Number 3, the Omi Clan, Maji of Water. If you could push a book on someone, what would you immediately recommend? Ooh, okay, I'm just gonna say the 7 Husbands of Evelyn Hugo because I've recently pushed this on a lot of people. It's so good. It's so good. It's kind of outside of my comfort zone. It's not the normal type of book I usually read because this is very much literary fiction. It's not something I go out of my way for. However, it's freaking brilliant. I love it so much. It's kind of old Hollywood and it's very enigmatic, old star of the Hollywood golden era. She's kind of has like a Liz Taylor vibe. And she has had 7 husbands, and she has this wildly crazy life, and she's finally giving an interview about it to this reporter. And we find out so much about her, and like, oh my gosh, this, like, the depth of feeling and emotion that happens in this is just gorgeous. It's beautiful. I love this intensely, and I have like told so many people about it and like just forced it at them. I'm like, I will buy you a copy, please read it. So yes, I'm gonna say 7 Husbands of Evelyn Hugo, just because it's my most recent book that I'm pushing on everybody right now. Question 4 is the Aiye Clan, Maji of Fire. If your house was on fire and you can only save one book, what would it be? Honestly, the only thing that went in my mind when I read that question was, fuck you. Like, I don't like that question because I can't pick one of these books. Like, I can't. Like, I love my books, and if they all burnt up in a fire, like, so many of these are signed. Like, this is hard work collecting all of them, and it's just devastating to think about, so I don't want to think about that. And fuck you for making me think about it. Like, that's how I feel about it. So I refuse to answer. I can't pick one. I don't know, I bring my phone. My phone is like the one thing I can't live without in a fire because I literally do everything on it. So yeah, no, I can't pick a book, and I refuse to. You can't make me. La la la. Number 5, Afefe Clan, Maji of Air. What is a book that has you floating on air out of happiness? You know what? I'm just gonna go with The Highlander Takes a Bride by Lindsay Sands because, gosh darn it, this was delightful. I don't know if I'm necessarily like floating on air happy, but like I'm definitely happy when I think about this book. I had so much fun reading it. It is campy and just gosh darn delightful with how silly it is. It's medieval Scotland. There is sexy Merida, essentially, is the woman. And then the guy is kind of a rough and tumble dude, and then they're like, hey, let's do rough and tumble stuff together. And they're like, yeah, and then they're like, cool, let's do it. And then they do, and also there's a murder mystery in a loch in Scotland, and so many kilts get lifted. It's great. Like, it doesn't try to be anything that it's not, and it's campy and just gosh darn delightful. So yes, it makes me very happy that I read this. I had a good time. Number 6, the Aiye Clan, Maji of Iron and Earth. This is a book that made an impact on you or the world. I mean, this is kind of a cop-out answer, but it's true. Let's go with Harry Potter, the whole series. I just grabbed book 1, Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone, because think of another book series that has like such a global impact as like Harry Potter has in modern times. There have been other books that have been globally successful. You know, you could say like Shakespeare, globally successful, but has it also made an impact on me? And the answer is maybe not, as much as Harry Potter has. That says a lot about me as a person, actually. Harry Potter has made a big impact on me and the globe. It is, you know, it's a cultural phenomenon. I love Harry Potter. It's just great. It's great. This isn't a global, mega successful series because it's bad, obviously. Like, it's good. It's a fun series. It's whimsical. It definitely tapped into this kind of zeitgeist that no one knew it was there until, like, it was there. And we're like, yeah, that, like, tied everything together. So, yes, Harry Potter killing it. Global success. Success in my life. Harry Potter. I mean, it's an obvious answer, but it's true. Number 7, the Aiye Clan, Maji of Darkness and Light. What are your favorite morally gray characters? Who do you love that walks between darkness and light? Ooh, I love a good anti-hero. They're like my jam. Those are my favorite types of characters. So I'm gonna go with like my most recent find of a morally gray character that I love. And that was Alex in Ninth House by Leigh Bardugo. Alex is an interesting figure. She is like the textbook definition of morally gray. Because there's a lot of characters who are morally gray, but you still know at the end of the day they're like a good guy. And the thing I like about Alex is that she is not a good guy. Like, she's not the good guy at all. She's like, I'm not even pretending to be the good guy. I just know certain things are inevitably always wrong, and certain things are inevitably always right, but everything else, it kind of depends on the situation. So she's definitely, like, so gray. The grayest gray who ever grayed. Like, I love it. And it was, like, it's kind of almost rare to find a truly morally gray character. So yes, Alex from Ninth House by Leigh Bardugo. Also, I would just recommend the book. It's very good. So yes, morally gray, one of my new finds and loves, Alex. Perfect. Perfectly morally gray character. Number 8, the Iwosan Clan. This is the Maji of Health and Disease. Which book had a plot twist you did not see coming and it made you sick with feels? Whew. You know what? The twist in 10th Girl by Sarah Faring, did not see coming at all. It is such like an epic 180 twist that kind of comes out of nowhere, and you're just like, what in the actual fuck? What in the actual fuck? I said that out loud when I read it, because I was like, what? What? It blew my mind, and like I couldn't recover. Like, I had to put the book down, and I couldn't even read anymore that day after that. I'm like, I just need to let this settle for like a day. Like, it was a lot. And it's kind of such a random twist. They're just like, what? How? Who? What? My brain is oozing out of my ears, and you get freaked out by it. And that's also the point of contention in this book, because it's either you love it or you hate it. Personally, I loved it. I thought it was great. I didn't see it coming. I loved it. I love the story. And then a lot of people, because you don't see it coming, and it's kind of just like, what the actual fuck? People just don't like it. So it's going to depend on the personal taste of the reader. But whoo, that is quite the twist. It is quite the twist. I did not see it coming, and it was bananas. So yes, 10th girl is faring. Sick with feels of this twist. Number 9, the Librarian Clan. This is the Maji of Time. Name your most anticipated release of 2018. But since this is 2019, I'm just gonna say my most anticipated release for 2020. I'm gonna say As the Shadow Rises by Katie Rose Poole is right now kind of really high up there for me. I cannot wait until September of 2020. It's gonna be a while from now, but hot damn do I want that book. I need it. I really, really love There Will Come a Darkness. It's kind of single-handedly saving YA fantasy this year, because YA fantasy in 2019 has been very lackluster, but then that one came around and I was like, yes, giving me life. I love it so much, so I can't wait for the sequel. It is like pretty much the top of my list right now. I need it. I need it now. I want it so bad. And number 10, the Iku Clan, Maji of Animals. Your favorite underrated or side character? My favorite underrated side character is Victra in the Red Rising trilogy, in particular Golden Sun is her first appearance. Ooh, Victra Aljulii is my favorite character. Like, I love Victra. I made a custom pop. I went and found a pop and made it. Like, I made this. I love Victra. She's my favorite character. Ooh. Oh, Victra. She is so funny and snarky and, like, loyal. And I met Pierce Brown once, the author of these books, and I was like, Pierce, hear me out. Victra is a Hufflepuff. And he's just like, what? And I was like, hear me out. And I explained why. He's like, I never thought of it that way, but it kind of works. And I was like, yeah, it does. So Victra could be a Hufflepuff. But I have a lot of characters that are very brave and brash who I also think are Hufflepuff. So that's not like a unique thing to her. But yeah, Victra, my favorite character of the whole series. I love her to bits. And I'm gonna say she's underrated too, because I have not met another person who also has Victra as their favorite character. I have not met another Victra, like, is your ride or die girl, except for myself. So if you really, really love Victra too, please let me know in the comments down below, because right now I'm thinking I'm the only one who's like the hugest Victra fan in the world. But yes, I love Victra. She's my faves. She's great. Excellent. Love her. Ooh, alright. So I'm kind of getting more into the spirit for the sequel to Children of Blood and Bone, which is Children of Virtue and Vengeance. I have pre-ordered it, so at the time I'm filming this video, I do not have it in my hand yet, which I'm sad about. But it's coming. It's coming to me soon. I'm so excited to get back into this world. Obviously, Children of Blood and Bone kind of killed it. It's kind of a phenomenon, really. And I am so fascinated in seeing where the story's going to go. Like, it's a pretty darn solid debut, so whew. It could go so many different directions. I'm so fascinated. Like, I don't know. I have no predictions. I'm completely predictionless. I just want to see what's going to happen. So I did this little tag, wanted to get back in the spirit of like this series and this world. Let me know in a comment down below, do you have any different answers to these questions? And if so, let me know what they would be in a comment. If you like this video, make sure you give it a like. And if you want to see more videos, make sure you subscribe. And I will see you guys soon. Bye!